So you're welcome to our tutorial. We are going to be filling in the 2 layers here, and we'll put in our corners in a simple and very easy way. At the end of the tutorial, we'll have a bonus tip, so stick around to get the tip. Alright, so our previous video we did the face, the complete face, and for us to know that we have done a correct face, we found out that we have to have all the T here, which is T on all sides, the 4 corners. Now our next move will be to put in this corner, fill in here, so that this one is red, blue, and then this one is already filled in, which is good. So this is blue and this is orange. Then here we have to have orange, and then here you have to have green. Okay, so what you do, you have to make sure that the face, this one, is away from you. The other side, don't even have to see it. After that, you can pick any color. You can pick orange or NAT actually, or green or red, but I think I'll pick the blue one. So one thing you have to put in mind, the opposite color, this white face, the color which is opposite, which is yellow, I usually call it a virus. So in the beginning, as you're beginning, you have to pick pieces here which don't have the virus. For example, this one has yellow, so it has a virus. For now, we can't use it. Now we can use any of these. This is doesn't have yellow, or this one doesn't have yellow. So any edge piece without a virus for now is good. So I'll go with the blue one. And the first thing you do is you make sure that you align this T to be able to be a capital T. So here it looks like a capital T, but it's not completely up to down here. So you move this face which is facing you, or rather the face with the virus, you move it around so that you see whether it will align to form a capital T, until when you form a capital T just like that. Yeah. Alright, so now that we have made our blue, which is here, our next move is to make sure that you look at this piece which has made the capital blue. This piece has a piece it is sharing with space. So in this case, it is red which is sharing with. So we're going to use red to determine where we go for our next move. So when you see red, it means 2 things. The first one, either we have a red T on the right, or the second one is either it's on the left. So you look on the right, this is an orange T. So automatically the other side on the left, that's where the red T is. So we have a red T. So the mere fact that you see here a color like this, red, if it was orange, then obviously one of the side would have orange. If it was maybe green, one of the side would have green. Yeah, for this case, our red T is on the left. So after knowing that our red T is on the left, so we move this face facing us away from the red T. So the first move is to move away from the red T. That's the first move we do. Okay, after moving away from the red T, the second move is now to move the bottom, this whole bottom layer. So make sure always your white face is away the other side. No, it doesn't have to change. So move the bottom layer. Now the bottom layer goes towards the red T. So you move the bottom layer towards the red T. Alright, now that we have made our bottom to go towards the red T, so you make the face where the red T was, this face, you see our T was here, just that we have moved this bottom towards, but our T was here. So this face which is having the red T is the one we pull down. So we pull it down just like that. When you pull down, we have one more move, and that is to make sure our piece, this is the piece we began with as we are making our capital T. Remember, it had the blue which made the capital T, and the red which we are using to determine where to go. And so this piece is supposed to go and replace the piece across it here. So here you have 2 options. The first one is you can either use this pointer finger and pull it like this, just like this, so that it go and replaces the other one. That's the first formula. Now the second formula, if I can undo this, the second formula is you can take both the upper and middle layer. This is the easier formula. You can take both of them to the right So obviously this piece replaces the other piece as we wanted, but this one has to go back. Since it was just accompanying the middle layer, it has to go back where it was. So any of the two formulas works. You can either move the middle one or move both and then take back the right one. Any makes our piece to come and replace here. So after all this, one last move is, don't forget this left piece is what we pulled down where the red T was. So since we pulled it down, we have to undo the action by pulling it up back. So after that, here we are good. We can now move around your cube, no worries. So when you move your cube around, you're going to see two things. The first one is a letter L, which is kind of inverted. This side L is supposed to be the other side, but anyway, you're going to see letter L just like this. And these colors are the colors which made our complete face in the beginning. And then you're going to see, I don't know if I should call this a 9 or a B, letter B, or I don't know, D, whatever. So when you reach this step, you just know that, okay, I've done everything right. So here, you have to always go back to the previous steps. Our previous step was, we had our white completely fixed. So the easiest move here to start with, to fix our white, is to make sure from the L, you pull the 3 up. Now we have one more piece missing, so that we go back to our previous part. Now this one, we can't just put it up, because if we send it up, it will disorganize this one. So we have our options here. So the first one is, we can push it to either right or left. So you push it away like that, and then you pull this one down. So you can use the same finger here, this one, you pull it down, you push, and then this one comes back where it was, and then it goes up to form our complete face. So that is the one. Or the second option would be like this. I would use the other two layer thing we did previously, but for this case we can't pull this and this, because this one will move. This option is applying to these other two. So you pull these ones down and then pull this one up, and then bring this one here. So whichever one is easier for you. If the first one is easier for you, use that. If the second one is easier for you, use that. So you see, after that, we go back to our complete face. We go back to our T. They are all having T as usual. But also we go back to having a corner fixed, which we use. This is the corner we used. The red and the blue corner, it is fixed. So now that we have fixed in this piece is also fixed in. So we're remaining with this piece and this piece. So basically we do the same thing. We put our white away, and then we look here which one has a virus. This one has a virus, we can't use it for now. And yeah, this one is good, doesn't have a virus, has green and orange. The virus is red, yellow I mean. So we can use the green. So we have our green T. We can just bring here and make a capital T. After making the capital T, as we said, you use the color on this very piece which has made the capital T. Use the color orange, which is determining which cross is on the side. So here we have red, so that's not it, and here we have orange. So obviously our first move is going to be against or away from the orange. So this face moves away, as we said, and then the bottom face moves to the direction where we moved away, or towards. So towards the orange T, bottom. After that, the face where the orange T is, or was, I would say, comes down. After it comes down, remember our piece we began with is this one to make the green T. So this piece has to come and replace here. So we can push it, the middle one, push it. After pushing it, remember this side, the left side, that's where the orange T was up, but we pulled it down. So you need to put it back up. Now it's done. Same thing, we go back to our letter L and B or D, whatever you call it. Easiest move to fill this is to push these 3 up, and then we need to put this white here. We can put it to the left or right, it's up to you. Let me put it to the left this time, and then push this one down, and then back, and then up. Face is complete. We have our T, and we have one more piece filled in. This one is the one we worked on. We have 3 pieces, one more to go. So finally, we have here, this piece is missing, and when we look around, we have one piece which doesn't have a virus. This one, it has a virus, it has yellow on it. This one has yellow on it, which is the virus. This one has yellow on it, which is the virus. So we can't use any of these 3, but we can use this one. So this is green, white away, remember, NAT on top. For this case, we can form a green T. Look at the color which is next to our piece which made the green T. Obviously, we should have since it's red, we should have a red T on the right or on the left, but for this case it's on the right. Our first move, make this face facing you, move away from the red T, bottom towards the red T, so away, then towards the red T. The side which has the red T comes down. Our piece which we began with to form the green T comes and replaces here. So let me use the second formula, which is to bring both layers, then bring this one back. So our piece has come and replaced. And finally, pull our side which had the orange T up. Since we pulled it down, we have to put it back up. Then finally we have our B and L, fix it. And then here, let me use the second formula to fill in this, that is to first push this one away, then bring both the layers down. And then since we can't bring this back, it will push away this one. This one comes up, then this one can come back, then goes up. Complete face, T, and actually our layers are all fixed. So that's how we fix the second layer. Now we'll talk about one inconvenience which happens. It's rare, but it happens when you don't have any other piece, but you have all pieces have viruses. Okay, so there's an exception to our move. So supposing maybe all your pieces have viruses, like this one, like that. What you can do, you can use one of the viruses to remove a piece. Like this piece is in the right place, but it's in the wrong position. It's in the right position, but misplaced or flipped. So what you can do, you can use one of the viruses to replace that. So what I usually do is to make sure you pull the bottom towards the side where the piece is. So I pull it to that side, just like that. Then I pull this side down, and then replace that, then push it back actually. So that way we can remove our piece. I think these ones, you know already the steps. So you can remove our piece, which is this. We have removed it from that position. So you can use the viruses only if you have run out of options. Alright, so thank you very much for sticking to the end of the tutorial. We are done for now, and hope you look out for the next part of the tutorial as we finish our cube. Yeah, hope you learned something. If you like the video, like, comment and subscribe to see more of such videos.